Mystic ancient secrets can all be answered when you ask the mystic access guru. That is I, the great exalted one. I have come across 3 astral projections through the god plane and the hero metamorphosis to give you the knowledge you deserve.
All right, guys. Got somebody here. Don't know who it is yet. So, dragged my lazy butt out of bed and turned on the YouTubes and found this was on. So it's we're about 17 minutes behind. So thought we'd check it out. This is not the new Chew Toy. The new Chew Toy is where is he? This guy, Kevin Samuel. He was the guy that
Is this the
failed epically during that test or whatever. The thing that the panel they had, you know, the thing they did. So it's this guy. Um, yeah, this guy.
You said that we can bring 10 people, our best.
That guy. So we're gonna go over some of the stuff he's done. So he's not really a new chew toy, just sort of someone I'm gonna rip apart. Yeah, short-lived chew toy. Nobody to actually like waste a major amount of time on.
like I do every night?
But this is a debate between this piece of shit scumbag and Stephen Corbyn. I'm not exactly sure who Stephen Corbyn is. I think I've heard the name, or I've heard a name that sounds like him. You know, one of those things. Why didn't that copy? Copy. Paste. Let's see, do we have a channel? No. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know who he is. So, anyway, hey, Stanley. Oh, right on.
From the heart of the internet. So here we are, the big day where our friend Stephen Corbyn from Facebook is going to have a discussion with us this afternoon. I've brought Cubby Bear as a moderator this evening, and with no further
So, Cubby Bear is one of Owen Benjamin's acolytes.
ado,
All of Owen Benjamin's cult members have the word bear at the end of their name. Hey, Debate Oldie.
I'm going to go ahead and...
Yeah, he is. And he's guilty of it. Yeah, we no quarter. That's only in the pirate movies. Yeah, we give quarter.
bring everybody up. Just remember, during my presentation, I am...
Oh, you wonder? Well, they bombed. Hold on. The administration is under the impression that all fishing boats near in that area are all like drug boats, like with 11 people on board, but they don't have any just cause. They don't have any evidence. They just have the word of the president saying, "Yeah, those guys are trafficking drugs, so we've got to kill them." Hey, real Cygnus. So that's what they do. They just bombing fishing boats. No due process, no capture, no trial. Just bombing them. And the ones they do like catch, They fucking they export. They send them away. They deport them. They don't hold them. They don't hold them accountable. They don't fucking try them. They just send them away. Because no witnesses. And so the latest one was they bombed a boat. Didn't kill everybody on board. They said there's people still alive. They have footage of them clinging to the burning boat, what's left of it. And Hegseth said, finish them off. No one left alive. No quarter. That's what he said. He gave the order. Now, a lot of people are and rightfully so, criticizing Hegseth for that. But I think the onus is on the fuckers who pulled the goddamn trigger. Because I know Pete Hegseth didn't. The officers, the entire chain of command needs to be looked at from Hegseth down. The motherfuckers who would follow that fucking command. And the right, they're like, well, those 6 Democrats, they were inferring that the president would give an illegal command. Really? You think that's might be what they were inferring? Maybe not what's fucking been proven? Yeah, that was an illegal command. What Hegseth did and the orders that were followed is exactly why those 6 Democrats made that fucking video. For just that fucking thing. How long did it take them to do that after the video was made? A day? The same fucking day? It's a fucking disgrace. It's murder. And Trump's fine with it. Trump gave the order overall. So basically, with these bombings, Trump is now guilty of all 10 commandments, of violating all 10 commandments.
Not allowed to talk about the globe. He was very specific in this. Okay. So I will not be talking about the globe at all. This is the last mention you'll hear of it. And likewise, I expect him to abide by the exact same rule.
So you're going to have a flat earth discussion and you aren't going to talk about the globe. Cool. So then you can't say how much it hurts your feelings. You have to give evidence to back your claim of a flat earth, right? Let's see if he does.
Okay. That being said, we're going to bring up Chad. We're going to bring up Stephen CORBYN. Chad, from the middle of a fucking snowstorm.
I mean, then the Article 92 of the Uniform Code of Military Justice, the UCMJ, states that soldiers must follow legal, lawful commands, not illegal commands. Every officer knows that what they did was illegal. Every officer. Because every officer is aware that you give quarter to the injured. You don't fire on injured people. You don't fire on the enemy when they're completely incapacitated. And we aren't even at war with these people. We don't know if they were the enemy. Fucking pisses me off. And the motherfucker, if anybody knows what the U.S. flag code is, part of it is one of the things you do not fucking do. One thing that disgraces the American flag is wearing it as clothing. I think we found the fucking root of the fucking problem right here. This is Pete Hegseth, who disgraces the American flag every fucking day. He wears the exact same suit jacket every fucking day.
Poor guy. We've been lucky we haven't had
Hey, U.S. Editor.
anything here yet. So fingers crossed, right? And we've got Stephen CORBYN. Stephen, why don't you come on it and tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get started.
Okay. So So there's been a casual observer in this whole flat earth thing for the last couple of years. Started pretty much during COVID. And to be honest, it started a bit of amusement for myself. And the last sort of couple of years, you've seen a lot more complete tosh being thrown out by you guys.
Complete what?
Complete rubbish. Complete tosh.
Rubbish. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've asked you.
Like, can you give us an example?
Many times.
Could you give us an example of this rubbish? Can you give us an example so that people can be on the same page?
Well, we'll actually.
Yeah, flat Earth is physically impossible. When asked for evidence, you refuse to present any, and all we get is a burden of proof reversal and your opinion. So yeah, that's kind of rubbish.
We'll find out this conversation when we have the rubbish you come up with. It's the same lines every single time. Common one: water finds its own level. Which level? Which level?
There's only one.
No, there's not only one level. Hey, Viz. We have tides. Think tides are all the same level?
Real quick before this,
Is there only one level of water?
Real
So
quick,
high tide and
Stephen.
low tide don't exist.
One quick
So
second,
again, it's
Stephen.
just no rubbish like this. This is stuff we come up with.
Stephen,
Again,
one
this
second.
is a discussion between me and you. Now we want debate going on.
Stephen, here's the rule on here, and I abide by it as well. When the moderator speaks, you stop.
I didn't hear the moderator speak.
Yeah,
Okay,
you might.
well,
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Okay, so really quickly, are we starting this, guys? Because we kind of just
Well,
No.
I'll be honest.
I just wanted to
I'll be
know. I
perfectly
just
honest.
wasn't looking for any. I didn't want to argue about it. I
Right.
just wanted to get just kind of a gist of what kind of rubbish you're speaking of. Okay, so we've determined you think that level is rubbish. Then what do? Are you and where are you at?
Yeah, give us more description of about yourself instead of getting right into
I'm senior prison officer based in South Wales.
A prison officer? You mean a guard?
Correctional officer, yeah. You have correctional officers. We have prison officers. Based in I work in a high security establishment. So, again, my education was based in sports science. I'm a qualified sports coach.
Sports science.
Yeah,
I've never heard of sports science.
So think of an athletics coach, where they're getting qualifications from. So we're going into the physiology of human performance, human body, working with athletes to improve human performance.
Yeah, it's one of the classes that's taught in colleges. A place you've never been.
Cool. And you're in
grade school teacher. What's that?
Where at, did you say?
South Wales.
South Wales. Who else that we know that's in South Wales? Seems like there's somebody.
FTFE. He's from South Wales, or he's from Wales.
I know. I don't think he's got a channel anymore. He didn't do flat Earth and shit. He was ripping on auditors.
My head would be Creaky.
Welsh. Oh yeah, Creaky's a joke.
He's low. I believe he lives about 23 miles away from me.
I thought isn't FTFE Welsh? I thought he was.
Yeah. It was a guy. He was called Welsh News Network.
No idea you got me that one, but
it was an older guy. He used to like to rip on auditors and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm Sovereign Soul.
If someone say get in a boat with all the drugs and run it into the United States, would you think it's safe before all this stuff? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it was a drug boat or if it wasn't a drug boat. It's still murder. We don't kill drug dealers for driving in their cars. We have due process. And you certainly don't kill in international waters unless you have a fucking declaration of war.
Unchained Mind. I
mean, for anybody who thinks that it was a good thing that Hegseth did it, or that the administration is doing this, think about it. What if the president or the authorities basically said, okay, we're going to shoot that car up because we think it's a drug car? We don't have any evidence. We're just going to kill everybody in the car because we think that's what will make the streets safer. And your mother was in the car. You know, people don't think. It's a slippery fucking slope from destroying drug boats in the ocean to destroying entire fucking neighborhoods and just killing everybody in the neighborhood because the police think they're doing illegal acts.
I've had this channel now for 3 years, little more, maybe more. I think. I don't know. I'll have to look.
All right,
Time
enough of
goes by
that.
so fucking quick. We have a subscriber count of 3.22 thousand on YouTube and almost 1,000 over on Rumble. And we've been quite a popular show. People are a lot of regulars that come here. We get very few trolls. And we basically go through all of the deceptions that have been given.
You mean what you think are deceptions?
To us through our indoctrination system. Unlike many, we don't trust government sources. I mean, merely for the fact that they've been shown to be liars about everything, history, time.
About everything? No, the government doesn't lie about everything, man. That's a lie. See, you saying the government lies about everything is a lie.
The whole 9 yards, everything is that you have to dig into it for yourself to find out that you've just been living in a great big huge snowstorm.
To be honest, to a certain degree,
yeah,
I'm sort of agreeing with you in some elements. I don't think the government tells you everything, and I don't think they tell you everything you need to know. So I'm sort of in some elements, I'm actually in agreement with you on this one.
Well, I mean, if you trust government, it means
yeah. I mean, no government is 100% honest, but to say they lie about everything is just being fucking dishonest. It's not being honest with yourself.
You trust mind control, because that's literally what the word means.
No, government doesn't mean mind control, you dumb motherfucker. Holy shit, are you stupid? See, they think govern means to control, and ment is short for mental. So government is controlling the mind. That's what these dumb motherfuckers think.
Literally means mind control. Governo mentis.
No, it doesn't, man. Governo mentis? No. Government etymology. To steer or to pilot, which comes from the Greek kabernon. The maritime order signifies the act of directing or guiding, a sense that was later applied to the political concept of ruling a state. The ment ending came from Latin mentum, which denotes instrument or meaning, which denotes an instrument or means further emphasizing government as the tool or system for governing. Let's see, here we go. Where are we at? God damn it. It's not giving me the fucking etymology. It's giving me an explanation of the etymology. Does government mean mind control? The meaning of the ment suffix, the suffix ment is a Latin-derived ending that signifies the result or means of an action, not mental, you dumb motherfucker. See, that's what a lying piece of shit does. Just make shit up.
Control of the mind. So, anyways, I guess I'll go ahead and get started. You wanted me to illustrate
See, that's what a bullshit artist does. Just that.
my observations, gas
Hey,
behavior,
Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay.
and the behavior of water.
Yep.
So, I observe and experience the Earth as a level topographical plane.
No, you don't. You experience the Earth as a spherical object because it's been measured as that, right? You can't say, you can't sit in a Volkswagen and say, I experience this car as a Rolls Royce because there's a Rolls Royce hood ornament on it. You can't do that because everyone knows it's a fucking Volkswagen. Sorry, pal, you don't get to make up your own fucking reality and have that apply to everyone. You just can't. It's not how life works, asshole.
Contained within a fluid pressure system, a dynamic fluid pressure system.
Dynamic.
And what I
Got to get that 3-syllable word in there.
mean by contained, that's obvious and axiomatic because in order to have any
Axiomatic. 5 syllables. Holy shit. He must have bruised something.
specific volume of gas or gases
He must have bruised something pulling that big word out of his ass.
requires physical containment.
No, it doesn't. Not in atmospheric pressure. See, our atmosphere doesn't. Pressurized gas does. See, if you want to pressurize gas, you need that. But for atmosphere, you don't. You just have to have gravity.
No one has ever observed a open system with a volume of gas specific.
Yeah, we have. We have. If you've ever seen a video from NASA, from the ISS, you've observed that. You didn't have to be there to observe it. You can observe things through video. And yeah, a lot of astronauts have observed it.
To it. It's physically impossible just due to the behavior of gas. So that means that we have to have full enclosure. This would suggest that
yes, Jupiter would strongly disagree.
In the Christian realm, a firmament, some kind of physical containment that is necessary for us to.
But that's not in the Christian realm. No, it's not in the Christian realm. No actual Christians think that way.
Have air. It's that simple. Water, as observed, will never convex or form to the shape of an object unless it is inside of the object, because fluids have no shape. This is why I find that.
Of course, these dumb fucks think that if gravity did it, then the top of the water should be the same shape as the bottom of the water. That's how dumb this guy is. He actually said that.
Term atmosphere objectionable because gas doesn't have a shape. And let me see, what else do we have? That's pretty much it. Those are my observations. So I don't observe the Earth as a donut, as a cube, or any other shape that would require water to go against its natural physics whatsoever. And until someone can prove that my observations are incorrect.
It's been proven 2,500 years ago. Your observations were proven incorrect 2,500 years ago. So, yeah, there's that.
Using the scientific method, those observations will remain the default position. This is the problem with asking people to prove a negative. So
no one's asking anybody to prove a negative. You thinking that the Earth is flat isn't us demanding you prove a negative, dude. You're just a fucking idiot.
There you go.
So the one that always slightly amuses me is the gas pressure one.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to use an example of a tin of deodorant or antiperspirant we want to use, hairspray, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say when that tin is full, its pressure is about 40 psi. Is that uniform?
I don't get what you're saying. First of all, you've got something in a container, and you're talking about something that's not
So
a
let me
gas.
finish. I'm asking you a question. Would that pressure be uniform throughout the container?
If it's
Yep.
it's open,
No, it's a full.
you're gonna let me answer. I'm trying to decipher what the fuck you're even talking about. You're
Okay,
talking
I'll try
about a
another way
tin.
around.
Hold on, a tin
Just
of
save confusion.
deodorant.
I'll try another way around with you, David. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't want you.
Here's
Is
what
David
you
or
can
Jerry?
do.
Just to clarify. Just so I know what one name I have to use. Is it Jerry or is it David?
I
Because
don't care.
I was supposed to use
You,
David. So if it's not David,
you,
it's Jerry. I'll call you Jerry.
the
Because that's
Jerry Fletcher, real quick, Stephen. Jerry Fletcher is a. I put that on there and it's see if people pick up on it. There was a popular movie and it's getting more popular. It was called Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson, and his character was Jerry Fletcher. So I just put that on.
Okay. Okay, no problem. That's fine.
Real quick,
No.
Stephen. All right, for the both of you, if one of you asks a question, kind of just submit after that and let the other guy answer the question.
Yeah.
Just
I
to,
was just actually going to reword it another way to.
Okay.
I think it was the confusion my question was asked. I was going to try to reword another way. So I'll just.
I think your terminology is like different.
How about making the rule that if you're asked a question, you got to answer it? How about that? How about that rule?
To a tin of deodorant, nobody here in
think of
America knows what the hell that is.
A can of aerosol.
A can, okay, an aerosol can. I got you.
I'm
I got
sorry,
you. Okay.
but again, there might be some regional things I'll say which you may not pick up on because
All right.
things say in the UK, like chips here, or
Because when you said that, I pictured like some kind of an ointment or a cream in a like a round can, you know, when you said a tin. But
that's
anyway,
a
I get what
whole
you're saying.
different
So like
conversation.
a compressed volume of gas within a
in a
can.
tin, yeah.
Okay.
So that would be you class as a uniform pressure throughout. That's
Right.
Right.
It's not dynamic.
No. But in that tin, there would be a pressure gradient. Why would it be a pressure gradient in the enclosed tin? Wasn't making a pressure
I don't
gradient.
believe that there is a pressure gradient in there. And if it is, it's merely due to the buoyancy or density. And I guess there would be, because you have to roll scuba tanks if they've been setting too long. And that's merely because the denser gases.
No, you don't. You don't have to roll scuba tanks. Hey, it does. You don't have to roll scuba tanks, man. You don't have to mix the air up in there, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
Are going to settle below the lighter gases merely because it's not a dynamic system. It is static. There are no dynamics in there.
Well, I researched this the first time I saw it brought up. Uh-oh. Wait a second. Hold on. What the hell is going on? Oh, there. You have to roll scuba tanks. No, you don't have to roll scuba tanks as part of the regular diving process. The term rolling can refer to two different things: a technique for entering the water and maintenance procedure. Divers typically roll backwards into the water to protect themselves and their gear, not by rolling the tank itself. In a maintenance context, the professional dive shops may roll or tumble tanks with an abrasive media to clear the inside, especially for steel tanks with rust. So, Jesus Christ. Let's see. Do you have to roll scuba tanks when they've been set too long? When they have set too long. Set for a long time. No. You don't have to roll a scuba tank that have been stored for a long time. In fact, for long-term storage, you can stand the tank You should stand the tank upright to prevent corrosion from moisture, and they ideally store it within about 200 psi of air pressure. Rolling a tank or storing it on its side is the wrong way to store it for any period of time because it will cause an internal moisture to collect and cause corrosion on the thinner sidewalls. You stupid fuck.
But
Right there. Yeah, I looked that up. I looked that up the first time someone said it.
that all goes to
Making
shit
it
as soon as you release. As soon as you release some of it,
Oh, does they have a sub mode on? What a piece of shit.
goes to shit. That was a problem they had with oxygen tanks too in World War II. Sometimes
No.
they'd get up there, especially with those Corsairs. They were able to fly at a higher altitude, which required oxygen. And once in a while, they would get a bad tank, and they'd breathe in, and they'd get way too much of the nitrogen and not enough of the oxygen because.
Say what? Say what? So they had oxygen tanks that had nitrogen in them? What?
Of that separation, just basically due to the density factors of the two.
No, man. Nitrogen and oxygen are miscible. They don't separate. You fucking idiot. Are nitrogen and oxygen miscible gases? Yes, nitrogen and oxygen are miscible gases, meaning they mix together in all proportions to form a uniform mixture like our atmosphere. They don't separate, and this miscibility applies to both gas and liquid states. While they naturally mix through diffusion, a rapid release of one gas, especially a cold one like liquid nitrogen, can temporarily create distinct layers before they fully mix. So, yeah. Just more bullshit from this asshole right here.
Two different gases, and the fact that they are sitting in a non-dynamic system.
So initially, what you're saying, I'm actually agreeing with. Yeah, they separate based on density of those gases. If you have a full tin, there will still be a pressure gradient.
Okay.
Commonly known as, well, basically you can look at it as the hydrostatic equation.
Okay.
And that actually, through that tin, is only there because of gravity. Now,
Well, wait, I'll stop you
dome,
there. You just made a claim.
no, let me.
You
probably
just
Yeah.
made a claim that
Yes, a claim that's backed up by physics and measurements and observations and experiments. Yes, yes. But it's not a claim, it's the truth.
that gradient is caused by gravity.
Yes.
let me
That
finish my
requires
saying first of
proof.
all.
Right. The proof has already been provided. It's up to you to go look for it. We don't have to prove shit to these people.
Let me finish what I'm saying first
Yeah,
of
let
all.
him finish and then go on to the claim.
Again,
It's like, I didn't get an education, so prove shit to me. Fuck off. Go fucking educate yourself, then come back and talk with the adults. If not, stay at the kids' table coloring with your fucking colors, with your crayons.
again, I know you often like to jump in out, and the common line we always say, prove gravity. Yeah, if you know if gravity is, it's called the theory of gravity, and it's basically all the research which shows gravity is there. Can't question it. Can't really be questioned. People will question it, but it can't really be questioned. Right. So using your dome, if there's a dome, is there a pressure gradient on Earth?
Yes, there is. Absolutely.
Then you need gravity.
Yeah.
You
There's
haven't
no reason for that
proven
pressure
that.
gradient.
Right. The ideal gas laws state that the gas will fill the container completely. That's what the gas laws state. You say gas behavior, well, that's how gas behaves. It fills the available space completely in the absence of gravity. Hey, dude, the lost shadow. Hey, shadow.
That's just a claim.
No, it's not a claim. It's fucking science, man. It's demonstrable science.
You
Well,
claim
no,
that you
really.
need gravity, but you've never been able to isolate gravity.
Yeah, we have. We have been able to isolate gravity. We've been able to isolate the force of gravity by turning the force of gravity sideways with the Cavendish experiment. It isolates it from the downward acceleration. Then all you have is the attraction between the balls, between the masses. If you're not smart enough to understand that, fuck off.
You've never been able to modulate gravity. In fact, it's never actually been proven. This is why it's still called a theory. And I don't like it.
No, you don't know what a theory is. Oh my God, he thinks scientific theory. Hanzo's good. Okay. He thinks the scientific theory is just an idea. What a dumb motherfucker. No, a scientific theory is the pinnacle of scientific knowledge. You fucking retard.
They use the term scientific very loosely because it's a very unscientific theory.
No, it's not. You dumb motherfucker. Holy shit. So he thinks that the scientific theory of gravity is a very unscientific theory. It's the only way it becomes a theory is with science, stupid. Yes, he is. He most certainly is, Oz.
Well, the reason it's called theory is, I think when we go down to this.
There we go. What is a scientific theory? A scientific theory is a well-substantiated, broad explanation for a natural phenomenon that is supported by a large body of evidence from repeated observations and experimentation. It's not a guess, but a reliable account of how and why things happen and can be used to make predictions. Theories are developed through the scientific method, starting as a testable hypothesis that has been extensively tested and verified by the scientific community. You dumb motherfucker.
Still the conversation about how is gravity actually formed? How does mass make gravity? The fact that there is some force attracting mass to mass, which can be explained by electrostatics, can be explained through buoyancy and density. Density, even, sorry. Got a bit of a sore throat at the moment. Puts you guys in quite an awkward position because using your dome as a topographical plane with your dome with a pressure gradient. The only reason you have a pressure gradient is you need gravity.
Yeah, well, that's okay. So that's your claim that you need gravity. I'm going to switch it out. Now I'm going to change it. I'm going to say it's because of a magic wizard is casting a spell. So,
see, that's a completely idiotic example. You're a dumb motherfucker, Sam. Fucking deal with what he's talking about. Don't make up fucking fictitious fucking scenarios. Address the fucking point. This is the game they play. Well, what if I say that there's magic unicorn farts? What about then? Well, there are no such thing as unicorns. Therefore, there's no such thing as magic unicorn farts. And magic isn't real. So stick with fucking reality, asshole. Answer the fucking question. Address the issue.
Oh, I could ask you the same questions. Do we have a pressure gradient? Yes. Well, that can only mean that it's because of a magic wizard that's way.
Okay, then test that. Test it. See, gravity's been tested, motherfucker. Our atmosphere has been tested. It's a known thing. Now, test your fucking bullshit that you're bringing up or shut the fuck up. Show us the results of your tests that you performed with magic wizards. Or shut the fuck up. You don't have a choice, really.
Waving a wand. Now, no one has ever observed mass attracting mass.
Yes, we have. In the Cavendish experiment, dumb fuck. We absolutely fucking have. You see it every time you drop something, you asshole.
Anywhere in nature. Nobody has ever seen that.
See, that's just a fucking lie. Blue Marble Science recreated the Cavendish experiment, created the apparatus. It was about 10 feet fucking tall. Or 8 feet. I don't know how tall it was. Pretty big. But yeah, everyone who's seen his videos has seen it. So you're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar, Jerry.
No one's ever witnessed it at all. Merely the idea of things that are heavier than air dropping to the ground is not an indication of mass attracting mass or even a reason to try to conduct a torsions dynamic demonstration
A torsions dynamic. Oh boy, he's full of big words today. Huh. I need to go make some coffee.
try to cover that.
I'll let this
because
piece of
it doesn't.
shit spew.
Okay. The reality of it is, if I drop a heavier than air object, it's going to go to the ground. But if
Why
I
down?
drop it and it
Why
goes
down?
through the medium of air
Why
and
down?
into another fluid medium,
Why
because
down?
there's never an instance where an object is not subject to a fluid medium, and it goes into water, it suddenly stops going down and starts to go the other direction, seeking equilibrium with the medium. So by
Man, he is
changing
just
the
so full
density
of shit.
ratio of the medium to the object, I actually change the observed effect.
So full of
Even
shit.
in your drop test with a vacuum chamber, which is not a true vacuum, there is still a medium within the chamber. You have used the medium as the independent variable. It's really a case of you can't see the forest for the trees. You don't consider the medium because you're immersed in it.
Oh,
And that is the deciding factor on whether or not something is going to seek equilibrium upward or downward. It's ratio of density to the medium. It's that simple. Either the object is going to displace the medium, or the medium will displace the object. One of two things is going to move.
what a dumb fuck.
And it's either going to be the medium is going to make way for the object, or the object is going to make way for the medium.
So
Two
again,
things cannot occupy the same
God, what
space
a
at the
dumb
same time.
motherfucker.
So until there is absolutely a proper scientific demonstration of a specific volume of gases without physical containment, this axiomatic fact will remain.
Ooh, there's that
because
big word
gas
again.
molecules are not bonded to one another. They are subject
Yeah,
to free
they are.
elastic collisions. They are not affected by anything called gravity. No one's ever been able to demonstrate gas behavior affected by gravity other than claim.
Yeah, they have. Yes. Schlieren photography of gas falling down has been recorded many, many, many times. Yeah, sulfur hexafluoride goes down. It doesn't expand out immediately. So you're wrong there. You're just an idiot, Sav. You're just a fucking retard.
Claiming that that's the responsibility for the pressure gradient, when they don't never ever take into account the other gradients we have, such as temperature.
Right, doesn't matter. You still have 14 psi at the ocean when it's freezing, and when it's real fucking hot out. So that's the fucking bullshit. Why is it 14 psi in Alaska at the ocean, and 14 psi at the equator in Brazil during the summer? Why? Why is that, Sav?
Dispersal area.
Dispersal area?
Compositional makeup due to Dalton's law, because some of the
Dalton's law?
gases don't move as quickly.
Dalton's law?
To heat.
See. What is Dalton's law? The law of partial pressures states that the total pressure exerted on a mixture of gases is equal to the sum of partial pressures of each individual gas in that mixture. This means you have a mixture of gases. You can add up the pressure each gas would create if it were there alone to find the total pressure of the mixture. The partial pressure of each gas is calculated using the ideal gas law, and it depends on the number of moles of that gas in the mixture, not the type of gas. So, yeah, it doesn't mean that each individual gas molecule in that mixture is going to put a different pressure on the wall of a container. It means that just add them up.
As others.
So you're taking them if they were alone, but once you put them together, there's only one pressure exerted by that gas. Fucking idiot.
do.
See, he quotes shit that he hasn't read. He just heard about it from other flat earthers. Other flat earthers said that's what it said, so he repeats it like a good little puppet, like a good little doggy.
And so others will escape from the heavier gases quicker and, of course, form a gradient. You're going to get a higher concentration of gases near the surface of the Earth because that's the source of production.
No, gas isn't produced at ground level, dumb fuck. It's converted. For instance, from CO2, plants basically scrub the carbon off of CO2 and return oxygen. That's not a creation of oxygen. That's just a conversion from one gas to another. Gases are created at ground level constantly, dumb fuck. Now, there are some. Helium is a result of radioactive decay. Radon is a result of radioactive decay. But other than that, man, no, gases aren't created at ground level. That's another fucking lie from this stupid motherfucking piece of shit.
It's just like you're going to see more Ford pickup trucks at the back door of the assembly line of the Ford plant than you do in ratio to the rest of the roadway because they've dispersed into the roadway, into the highway system. But the highest concentration is at the source of production, just like.
That's fucking horseshit. That's fucking horseshit. So you're assuming that gases are created at ground level, which they aren't.
Here on the Earth. We lose compositional makeup as we rise in elevation, specifically with water vapor, due to the respiration.
But yet, why hasn't the gas that's being created at ground level gotten to the top of your fucking container? Why hasn't the pressure been equalized yet, stupid? Why hasn't it? Your Dalton's law, your ideal gas laws, state that it has to be.
Process that takes place on Earth, the free exchange of gases between organisms, the condensation and evaporation of water. I mean, this dynamic system. See, this is why you cannot compare the Earth's
condensation and evaporation of water. That's the water cycle. There's no such thing as an air cycle.
System to a static spray paint can, because the spray paint can or the deodorant can in your example doesn't have the dynamics involved. Now you can actually take a cylinder of compressed gas, immerse one end into dry ice and heat the other end, and you will form a pressure gradient of notability within that closed thing. Why?
There's already a pressure gradient in that thing. So
because we added dynamics to it.
You don't need to do that. So you're under the impression that there isn't.
So if you have these gas behaviors all working in conjunction with one another, you get this very condition that we experience. But the bottom line is that no specific volume of gas or gases can exist without full containment. Otherwise, they will
full containment. Sulfur hexafluoride. That's one gas that doesn't require full containment. Yeah. But we have the containment. It's called gravity, stupid. It's called gravity. You ignore gravity, you look like a dumb fuck.
disperse. Now, I know that people like to use this hex.
So you may think you're the shit. You may think you're the kitty's titties, but you're not. Intelligent people are laughing at you, Sav. Intelligent people who are smarter than you, laugh at you because of the stupid fucking ridiculous things you say. So you may think I'm morally superior, I'm intellectually superior. You're not. Reality proves you're not. Science proves that you're not. Your words prove that you're not. And smart people laugh at you hysterically.
Sodium hexafluoride.
Yep.
And I noticed that they have to put it in a fish tank. That fish.
Yes, a not fully enclosed fish tank that has no lid on it. You got to do that. But you can leave the lid open, and it will be a higher pressure in there.
Fish tank is a container. Now,
But not according to you. According to you, it needs to be fully contained. You just said that.
why? Because we added dynamics to it.
We added dynamics.
So if you have these gas behaviors all working in conjunction with one another, you get this very condition that we experience. But the bottom line is that no specific volume of gas or gases can exist without full containment.
Without what?
Can exist without full containment. Can exist.
Let's hear that again.
Without full.
Full. You mean top, bottom, sides, right? No way for it to escape, right?
Containment. Otherwise, they will disperse. Now, I know that people like to use this sodium hexafluoride, and I notice that they have to put it in a fish tank.
Right. That's not a full container. See how dumb you are?
That fish tank is
I gotta get my coffee.
Now, because it is much denser gas than the gases around it, it settles in the tank for a while. But over time, given the arrow time, we have the
arrow of time,
the dissipation aspect of the gas, where it
arrow of
actually
time
will not remain in the tank any longer. It's just the nature of entropy. Things always want to equalize. They want to balance. It's that simple.
Steven, you got a comment, rebuttal, anything? You still there, bud? You're on mute if you didn't know.
You're on mute, yeah.
I
There you
muted
go.
to finish talk. I don't want to sort of, you think I was
No.
interrupting. I just
Appreciate
There you
finish
go.
what you're saying. Right, let's go over what you said then, because there's quite a lot you went through there.
Mhm.
And if you try to a few little issues there.
They love
for
to
me.
scattergun.
Right. So again, the biggest factor you seem to miss, and you miss it through the entire spiel. Why does it stack?
It doesn't stack. It
Why does
feathers.
density stack?
It doesn't.
Well, it does. So
No.
you're telling me most
It
of
feathers.
the will sit above something less dense.
It feathers. Think of paint.
So again, let me so again, you're saying now something of higher density can sit above something of less density.
Well, why would it?
Exactly. It stacks.
It doesn't.
Highest density at the
So it
bottom.
feathers
lowest
off
density
due
at the
to
top.
it feathers off based on the very gas laws that I just told you.
Yeah.
Expound on your claim.
Why?
Very gas
They
laws. The
stack.
very gas laws.
I don't know. You tell
Aren't
me.
we a
Why do they
proper
stack?
gentleman?
There's something pulling it down. Why?
No,
is
there's
it-
nothing
A
pulling.
helium balloon goes up because
Well,
gravity's pulling it down.
oh, is that true? You truly believe that? And it's not due to the
helium balloon
it's
goes
not
up because it pulls
it's
air
not
down
due
below
to
it
seeking
and
relative
causes
density.
acceleration.
I can show you.
No,
I can
it's
show
not.
you right now. I have it right now. I can share it. I can show you where you are wrong.
So you can show where helium balloon doesn't go up, it goes down.
I can show it goes
Because I'm saying now, a
sideways.
helium balloon
Hey,
will go
I can
up,
show it goes
the air
sideways.
accelerates down because of gravity.
Stephen, if that's true, then you'll have to explain this. I'm going to show you a short little video real quick.
No problem.
This is a great example.
Let me mute where you put.
He's going to show it goes sideways because they're in a car. He's going to show the video of them in a car, right? To where they drive the car forward and the helium balloon goes backwards or goes forwards, right? Because he doesn't understand shit. Doesn't understand conservation of momentum. Doesn't understand how fluid dynamics work, even though he preaches fluid dynamics.
Put the video.
All right.
He doesn't understand shit that's been explained to him 500 times. Yes, he is, CJ. Hey, what's up? Glad to have you here. Did I miss anybody else? I don't think I have.
Okay,
Yeah, I knew it. I nailed it. Oh, he's showing the thing. He's showing the thing. He doesn't understand.
This guy's got
Hilarious.
a regular helium balloon right here on the left is tied to the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And he's got a regular balloon with air in it tied to the ceiling, and they're inside of a minivan.
Okay, show it moving without the car moving. Show it moving without the car moving. Sav. You said you could show it going sideways, falling sideways. So show it falling sideways without moving the car.
Watch.
See, Sav thinks that you can draft behind a parked semi. That's what he thinks.
We have a balloon that's floating, a balloon that's just hanging in the air. And we're going to see
Well, it is kind of going sideways, I guess.
if there's any difference.
Yeah.
And, like, what do you think? Would there be a difference?
Drat! Hello.
I don't know. I think that maybe this one will be a little bit more grounded. Because I don't know.
Hey, Karen. What's up?
No, that's just that's my hypothesis.
Let's try it. So, Sarah, go ahead and punch it. All right, emergency stop.
See, it isn't going sideways. It's going front to back. It's obeying the forces put upon it. See, the car's moving in this direction. It's going front and back. Why didn't it go sideways, Sam? Why didn't it go sideways? It has an equal ability to go either way because the atmosphere, the pressure is the exact same side to side as it is front to back. There is no less path of least resistance. It's all the same resistance. So why did it go this way instead of this way?
Stop. Yeah. Did you see what we did? Right? When we accelerated, we got pushed backward, essentially, but the balloon went forward.
It did. It went forward.
Right, because when gravity pulls the air down to it, it forces the balloon. It displaces the balloon upward because the balloon is lighter than air. That's how it works, Sav. You're just debunking yourself.
What's going on?
I don't know. Is it just because of the weight of what's inside, the gas?
You're on the right track.
Okay.
This van is filled with gas. It's filled with air.
Yeah.
Sarah, go ahead and punch it again. Goes forward. Emergency stop. Quick. Goes back.
Wow.
Okay. The air inside of the van is actually at rest. When she
Did you notice that? Here, let me show you. Watch the balloon. Watch this balloon. Watch how it doesn't stay back. It drops down before they start decelerating. Why would it do that? Maybe because of the conservation of angular momentum?
punch it again. Goes forward.
See?
Emergency stop. Quick. Goes back.
See? It swung down and it stayed there until they hit the brakes and then it went forward. See, it's just like that's how our air works in our atmosphere. Is the Earth is moving, the atmosphere is moving with it. And when planes fly in the atmosphere, they're moving with the atmosphere. It's all a conservation of momentum, man.
Wow.
Okay, the air inside of the van is actually at rest. When she accelerates, more air gets back here, and up front where they are, there's a little bit less air.
And is that why
It's
the
a little bit
balloon
less
is
dense.
drawn that way?
Yeah, helium balloons float upwards into the upper atmosphere because it's less dense, higher.
Right. So what happened to the atmosphere in the car when they stopped? When there was no forward momentum? It stopped being less dense at the front, didn't it? See, that's just the way. You see, you're proving how gravity works, dumb fuck. You're proving how gravity works, Sav. Because the air is more dense back here than it is up front. That's how gravity works on Earth. It's more dense down here than it is up front.
There you go.
Huh.
Okay, so it's trying to find a place where the density of the air is equal to its density.
And
Which
it
is,
can do that quickly.
yeah. Do it again, Sarah. One more time. And then stop. Fast. All the way back. It's just
Wow.
so.
And I'm going forward, just going back down.
Look at that. So we're going to actually try going through a loop-de-loop up here and see what happens when we go in a circle with our balloons.
Okay.
So look, it gets around this loop pretty quick. Going a left-hand turn fast.
Yeah, it's actually a glow proof and a gravity proof. It isn't really a glow proof, but it definitely is a gravity proof.
And then going up.
Going
Wow.
opposite
Opposite directions.
And the line connecting almost even looks the same.
It does.
All right, punch it. goes forward, and give us a stop.
So why isn't that balloon flying in all different directions there, Sov? Because they're going in multiple directions, right? They're making a turn. They're changing their trajectory constantly. Why isn't the balloon just going all over the place? Right? You think that's how the universe should be, right? If everything's moving real fast in all different directions, why don't we feel that? Well, why didn't they feel moving in all different directions? Why do you only feel one direction when you make a turn? Why is that, man? It's because you add the vectors together to get one vector. But since you've never stepped foot in a goddamn schoolroom in a science class, you wouldn't fucking know that, would you?
Good thing I'm wearing the seatbelt.
Yeah, and
See, that's why people laugh at you, Sav.
you hear my emergency.
So as you can see, there was no gravity involved with that at all.
Really? Okay. Whatever you say, man.
It was merely where the less dense area was at is where it wanted to equalize to.
Right. You had an acceleration with the car. That was the force of gravity. They were simulating the force of gravity, stupid. You're not smart enough to fucking grasp that?
Because we know that this gravity that you speak of doesn't work sideways.
Then why does the Cavendish experiment work if it doesn't work sideways? Do the densities of the balls change? No. Does the density of the air inside the Cavendish experiment change? No. What makes them move? Do they move before you put the large masses in place? No, they don't. So what makes them move, Sov? Certainly isn't density.
And forward and back, it only toward the ground, according to y'all. And that's the reason why everything floats up or down. Well, we saw that that's not true.
Do you want to respond to that video, Stephen?
Are you being serious?
Yeah, good response. Yes, he is being serious, Stephen. He's being fucking dead serious. Because he's a fucking retard.
Yes,
This
absolutely.
isn't a joke yet, no?
No. What did
The
you
videos
find to
are a
be a
joke.
joke about it?
Everything about you is a joke. Everything about you is a joke. You know, me and Mike from the Drunk Debunk show might not get along well, you know, but he was right when he said he said he doesn't respect you. You know, I was taught to respect my elders. To you, you're not my elder because you're a little younger than me. But to him, you are. You're his elder. And he can't respect you. He can't respect you because you're ridiculous. You're a fucking joke, dude. People look at you as a joke, as an example to others.
Wow. Right, again, as explained in the video itself, the reason the helium balloon will move forward or backwards when the
And I have an apology to make to Austin Whitsitt. He said that that static forces is the reason a bumblebee collects pollen. And yeah, I was wrong. Static electricity does play a part in it, but not all the time. So
moves forward and the vehicle accelerates, air will move to the back of the vehicle. So again, that's example of mass air moving.
yep, that's an example of an acceleration, which is what gravity is.
It
That's
works
an
exactly like up and
example
down.
of
There's no
buoyancy and
difference.
density.
It's less.
No, it's not. It fucking isn't. Tell me, how does the gas outside of the balloon know what's inside of the balloon? How does it know that, Sov? How does the outside gas know what gas is inside to know to push it up or let it go through? Because all the air outside knows is that balloon, and that rubber of that balloon is heavier than air. So why doesn't it go down? Hey, Curious UK. Yes, we are exposing this dumb fuck. Steven's doing a good job too.
It's density again. Yeah.
Yes.
Density stack. Why
Yes.
does density stack?
Well, what? Why? Why does it
Again,
stack?
that vehicle's moving forwards.
Because of gravity, dumb fuck. That's why. Because of gravity and the behavior of gas. See, gas isn't static. It wants to bounce around. Gravity can only control ones that are bouncing around closer to Earth. Gravity is proximity based, kind of like a grenade, right? Things closer to the grenade get affected more by it than things that are further away. It's the same principle. Gravity has a limit. I mean, what's so hard to understand about that, man? So the gases that are closest to Earth are going to gather in more numbers, and the energy of the gas stays the same as you go higher up, but there's less of it because gravity doesn't have that strong a control over it, so it's allowed to bounce around more. This is shit you should have learned in grade school, man. In 8th grade, you should have learned this shit. Seriously, dude.
You just answered your own question.
You're arguing against knowledge, against a mountain of knowledge and measurements and observations and repeatability. You're arguing against that.
You just answered your own question.
I really haven't, David. Or Jerry.
You have.
This week.
You just answered your own question by citing the fact that the balloon moved due to the density gradient within the car that was created.
No, he didn't say that.
Right? Right? So there was a denser amount of air in the back, so the balloon moved away from it. Why? Because it was seeking relative density with the medium.
No, because the air pushed the balloon. The air pushed the balloon because there was more air. It pushed the helium balloon forward. You're fucking dumb, dude.
Medium. Nothing to do with gravity at all.
That was everything to do with gravity.
Yeah.
How? Is there gravity working sideways?
Yes, of course it is.
Yes, gravity does work sideways. Yes, that's why mass attracts mass. That's why the Cavendish works.
There is.
It is.
So I can have some. I can
feel.
So at one time, if I drop this lighter 100,
your body as you accelerate.
If I pulled this, if I drop this lighter,
any change in direction, you feel gravitational force.
That's not gravitational
yes, the fact
force.
That gravity works
No, it's
does
not.
affect mass moving left and right.
Oh
and
my God!
On the plane.
So now it's mass moving and not mass just attracting. You guys make up shit.
Put that
like, are you kidding me? If I
God, he's stupid. Holy shit. Oh my God. He's just incapable of understanding the simplest of shit.
Drop this lighter 100 times. How many times out of that 100 times is it going to go fucking sideways?
0 times, because that's how gravity works. But there's absolutely nothing in your theory of relative density disequilibrium that would prevent it from going sideways.
So gravity sideways all the time.
How many times is it going to go sideways?
It's not going to go sideways. Why would it
go
sideways? Just drop it down.
Right.
If you
Why?
drop it down, why would it go sideways?
Because of the force of gravity, dipshit. Density is not a force. Density can't move things. Ever. If you think density is a force, put this thing next to this thing and see if this thing moves it. Do that. Do you think this thing would ever move this thing? Probably not, right? Or even this thing, a real small little rubber thing. You think it would move it? Or do you think if the situation was correct, that thing would attract it?
Well, why did the balloon go sideways?
The vehicle was moving.
Yes.
You can't understand this. That's fucking hysterical.
You seriously have to be winding me up to use that video as some sort of.
So you're saying that when I accelerate a car, I'm making gravity? Is that what you're saying?
You're imitating gravity, yes. Yes, you're simulating gravity. Good Lord.
Say that again. I didn't catch what you said there.
So if I accelerate a vehicle, I'm making gravity. Is that what I'm doing?
No, you're accelerating against it.
Okay. So
Same
why
way
would
you
the
brake.
helium balloon go in
You
the
brake,
opposite direction?
Again, your mass still, your weight will still carry forward. That's because gravity is still affecting your body or any object being moved.
Well, that's your claim, but you've not
That's
proven
not claim at
gravity.
all. It's
Listen,
there in your
Stephen,
video.
Stephen,
Your
you've not
video
proven
showed that
gravity other
working.
than claiming
And
it. That's all
density
you've
stacked
done.
itself.
Well, okay.
So why does density stack itself? Give us
Because
a
everything in nature wants
reason.
to equalize, Stephen. It's that simple. It's the same reason as
Because
why.
something is acting on that density. What is the force acting on the mass which makes
Force?
density stack?
What
There has to be
force?
force acting, otherwise it won't work.
Wait a second. You've never
So it doesn't take a force to make things move? Is that what you're saying now? That it does not take a force to make things move? Flatsoid is going to be surprised to hear that because he knows it does.
been able to prove that gravity has any effect on gas at all.
Yeah, we have. Yes. Why do you think scuba tanks weigh more when they're full, stupid? Why do you think that is?
You just claim it.
Apart from the helium balloon is exactly showing that.
Apart from the helium balloon.
Oh, so apart from the thing that actually shows the thing.
No, that's what you were just showing. That's what you were just saying.
That's clearly an example.
So what are you saying then? Gravity is just
down.
so I can just defy gravity then by moving
Gravity's
in a
going
linear direction or something? What are you talking about?
Right. Again.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is not pretending that he isn't playing dumb. He's not playing. This isn't an act for him. Jesus
Use
Christ.
your balloons in the car's example.
Yeah.
The simple acceleration of that vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay. It's moving the mass back. The denser air.
What mass? What mass are we moving back? What mass?
Let him finish off real quick.
Okay.
So, again, that vehicle accelerating, it's moving the dense air.
In 26 minutes, the stream's ending because Jim's starting. So, at 2 o'clock, my time.
From denser air than helium, from the front of the vehicle
to
the back. So that's forcing the balloon forward. That's a balloon accelerating because mass is moving behind it. It's
so not gravity. Not gravity. You just described buoyancy and density
against gravity. It doesn't matter
what
it's
gravity
moving against gravity.
Moving against gravity. Gravity's in a different direction than the car is moving, according to you. Gravity's in a completely different direction, perpendicular to the movement of that car.
Gravity acceleration down of 9.8 meters per second. That's
no. Yeah,
this metal tool.
That's the yes.
Again,
okay, so you
always, if you try to move anything like a car, you will feel the force of gravity against you.
Well, it's not the force of gravity. It's just the force of acceleration and resistance. That's all.
Yes, and what do you think that force is?
Well, the fact that
holding you down.
What force?
What gravity?
There's no force.
There's a website or a YouTube channel. It's pretty cool. Mysterious Item. What they do is he goes through, people submit items. I guess he finds them on Facebook or whatever. But people submit items.
I found this brass object in a shop in Bristol, United Kingdom. There's a pin that folds out from the side, but that's all I know about it. I'm really curious to find out what it might have been used for. This brass object is a demolition detonator key and spike.
So it's like he just has these items that sort of unusual. Not a lot of people have seen before. And he finds out what they are, and he explains them. And then at the end, he has
In the last video, I asked you to guess what this metal tool might have been used for, Everyone had great guesses, and many of you got it right. This item is a saw rest, used to bend saw teeth very slightly left and right after sharpening. Thank you to everyone who participated and shared your guesses. A special shout out to DSD Kane for being the first to correctly identify it.
And then he gives, then at the end.
All right, it's time for another mystery
And that's
item.
that's a horse brush. That's the brush you use to brush a horse at the end of the day to get rid of all the shit that's built up on his skin. So if you're the first one to guess the new mystery item, you get a shout out. And it's one of the ones I do. I stopped guessing for a while because I got 5 in a row and people are getting pissed off. So I bowed out for a few weeks. So next week I start guessing again. But I just know what a lot of shit is, man. I used to be a fucking like an antique store nut. I used to like just live in antique stores to like see all the stuff that was there. It's just I know a lot of shit and I'm good at the game.
I don't
Why
know
would
what
you
you're talking
feel
about. A
acceleration?
force. Where are you getting a force?
Kind of give it
Force of gravity, dipshit. You need a force to make things move, dumb fuck. In order to make things move, you need a force.
an example, Stephen, if you would.
Of a sample of a force.
Yes.
From what context? In regards to gravity?
Well, that's
Gravity is a force pulling you down.
Okay, that's a
I
claim.
can't really simplify any further.
No, that's reality. It's not a claim. Stop saying it's a claim. Science isn't a claim.
Okay, here's what you can do. Prove gravity is the cause of the observed effect. There you go. Now,
It's been proven. It's been proven, man. It's been proven. Stop asking for proof. It's done.
secondly, when you get
Prove it's not. Just saying it's density doesn't fucking mean anything.
Anyway,
that,
try
if
another-
you're
Do you know every knot? Yeah, I couldn't keep them all straight.
claiming a force, if you're claiming a force, then that means that there's energy.
No, you don't. A force doesn't need energy. Gravity doesn't need energy, dipshit. Fuck, he's stupid.
But there's energy being expended in order to create that force.
Fuck,
Where
he's
does the
stupid.
energy come
Hold
from?
on a second, anyway. Okay. Right. You want to do to transfer force, energy to force. You want to go down that line, yeah? That's what.
Yeah, all force requires energy. That's just that's it.
Gravity doesn't. Gravity doesn't, dumb fuck.
So whereas mass or whatever you're claiming, getting the energy to create this force that you
It's
claim,
mass itself create the energy.
well, mass itself cannot be kinetic energy.
Why can't it? Give it one
Because
scientific
it
reason. Why can't
can't.
it? Give us
What-
a
what-
scientific reason. Why can't be?
Well, even if it was kinetic energy, why does it never run out? That
It's not energy, dude. It doesn't take energy. That's why it doesn't run out. The mass itself creates the gravitational field. But you're so fucking stupid, you don't know that. And you keep arguing with people that do. Can't you see how fucking silly you look? How comical this is?
violates
Why
violates the laws
would
of
mass run
thermodynamics,
out?
Stephen.
Mass,
Give
mass,
Stephen a chance here.
gravity force, gravitational force. So why would gravitational force run out unless the mass is running out?
Because there's no such thing as perpetual energy, Steve.
It doesn't. Jesus fucking Christ. There's no such thing as perpetual energy. Yeah, there isn't, is there?
Stephen, there is no such thing as
Fucking
perpetual
dumbass.
energy. Even Newton himself said that energy cannot be created or destroyed. You're suggesting the creation of energy.
Mass will attract mass.
But that's a myth. When have you
No, it's not a myth, motherfucker.
ever seen a mass attract a mass?
Cavendish. Here, hold on. Here we go. the Cavendish experiment. Here you go. There we go. Here, a lot of examples. There you go. Right there. A lot of them. Here we go. Feynman. You guys like Feynman,
Yep.
right? You like his experiments? You like him talking? You think he proves you right?
The idea was to hang by a very, very fine quartz fiber a rod with two balls, and then put two large lead balls in the positions indicated here next to it on the side. Then, because of the attraction of the balls, there would be a slight twist to the fiber. It had to be done so delicately because the gravitational force between ordinary things is very, very tiny indeed. And there it was. And it was possible then to measure the force between these two balls. Cavendish called his experiment weighing the Earth. We're pedantic and careful today. We wouldn't let our students say that. We would have to say they're measuring the mass of the Earth. You know? But the reason he said that.
There you go.
Experiment.
When, well, just tell me when you,
scaling-
outside of dropping things, when have you ever seen a mass attract another mass in nature?
Right there.
Scalian experiment of done in Scottish Mountain where the weight plant.
You have to have an observation in order to create an experiment.
Well, you also have, let's see. Gravitation experiments. Weightlessness during free fall is a good one. We'll open that one up. See if we could find the one where it has the, here's a new gravity experiment. Trying to find the one where it has the weight below the scale. But I can't find it. But yeah, you can take a very sensitive scale, hang a weight from it, then move record the weight, then move a large mass in underneath it, like a big mass, and it will show a difference in weight. So that's an experiment right there. I can't find it. I've seen it. I should have downloaded it, but I didn't. But yeah. So we got
water
this
is
one.
spraying out of the holes because gravity is pulling on the water, right?
Right.
But if Einstein is right, if I drop this bottle, the water will no longer feel gravity, so the water should stop spraying out. So let's see it. 3, 2, 1.
Whoa.
So did the density of the water change? Did the density of the medium change that much to keep that water from spraying out? Of course not.
Iron, for example, has the most binding energy. Nuclear binding energy is negative, and it reduces the mass, but it doesn't reduce the number of particles. And if gravity really does not depend on mass, but on the number of particles, then you have more particles per mass unit.
Well, this thing's an hour and 30 minutes long, so we won't be looking at that. But yeah, you're just a fucking moron, Sav.
Hang on one.
Plumb bob placed next to a mountain and it deviated directly towards the mountain because
Bernoulli's
the mountain's
principle.
mass
Bernoulli's
has proven
principle.
and tested and repeated.
Bernoulli.
No, not Bernoulli's principle. You mean the thing that you mock me for demonstrating by blowing across a sheet of paper? I mean that Bernoulli's principle, you fucking clown? You abject human sandtrap?
Bernoulli's principle.
That's my new insult. Human sandtrap. I think it fits these people perfectly.
Is what occurred with the mountain. First of all, you have to have an observation in nature before you even come up with an experiment. So please tell me, outside of dropping things on the ground.
Oh, you mean outside of an actual observation? You mean you want an observation other than the observation? Is that what you're asking for? Is that what you're asking for?
When have you or anyone else ever observed two objects in nature drawing together merely by volition of their existence?
Volition of their existence. Let's see what volition means. Volition, definition. When you do something of your own volition, you do it voluntarily. So you're saying that objects are sentient, that they're conscious, they can make up decisions, they can make up their minds that they don't have, they can voluntarily do something. You're a fucking moron.
Never. No one has. Mass does not attract mass. That's
Show
a
evidence
myth.
of that.
What's that?
Evidence of it.
Yeah, you're just an idiot who denies science, man. That's all you are. You're a science denying dumb fuck. And you're wrong.
That's the positive claim that you have, yet it's never been observed in nature.
A sand trap is the one thing that ruins a perfectly good Sunday afternoon. A perfectly good walk in nature is ruined by a sand trap.
Of it. Use evidence that mass does not produce mass.
I don't have to prove a negative, Stephen. This is what your problem is.
Yes, you're making the claim against demonstrable science, against 2,500 years of science. You're making that claim against the scientific consensus. You have to back your claim up. That's not proving a negative. That's proving your claim to be valid. You don't even know how fucking science works, man. You don't even know how testing works. You don't know how evidence works. You're a dumb motherfucker, Sov. You're a vile fucking human being.
This is why you wanted to be so careful. What?
You have the burden of proof.
I don't.
We got 11 minutes left.
Don't have the burden of proof.
Yes, you do. You're claiming that gravity, a known phenomenon, doesn't exist. You have the burden of proof to prove that.
Because
I don't. When? Then you tell me when in nature you have ever seen mass attracting mass.
1 second.
Here, right there. Right there. There's mass attracting mass. Shit. Ah! There you go. Mass attracting mass, stupid. Next.
We can't keep asking questions with questions. So if you make a claim, expound on your claim. And if you ask a question.
See, what did I tell you? Yeah, they can't answer questions, so they just ask another question.
Give
Which
the
claim
other
I'm
guy
expand
time.
on then?
Go ahead. I mean,
which claim I'm expand on?
Okay, well, what I'd like you to do is tell me an answer to my question, which was, when have you or anyone else ever observed two objects drawing together merely by volition of their existence? We're not talking.
The masses on the Cavendish experiment. The masses of the Cavendish experiment. When at rest, it's at rest. When the balls are not in place, when the masses are not in place, it's at rest. It doesn't move, doesn't fucking budge. You move those masses in place, then it starts moving. And always toward the masses. Never away at first. There's an oscillation. So after that first initial oscillation, the torsion of the wire that they're hanging from is going to take over and push them back. It's going to break that bond. And when it goes back, the torsion also lets it swing back forward, and the gravity pulls it past its torsion point. So you're a dumb motherfucker who's not only never read the paper, but you deny the obvious. That's being dumb, dude.
Talking about dropping things on the ground. We're talking about two physical objects in a natural environment drawing toward one another.
All right, go ahead, Stephen.
Things falling.
Okay, simple one. Simple one. If I put a dumbbell on the floor, 10 kilo weight, right? I try to pick it up. Don't move, I just try to lift it up. Feel force on it. Why is it held down?
Is 10 kilos heavy? I don't know. Hey, Echo. How heavy is 10 kilos?
10 kilos weighs about 22 pounds.
That's not too heavy.
It's not held down, and you didn't answer my
Yeah, it is held down. If it's not flying up in the air, it's being held down, dipshit.
question.
That's something which is nothing.
You
there's nothing
didn't answer my question. I said
let me finish. Okay, if you want
no,
Yeah, see, that thing is being held to the earth. That's mass attracting mass, dumb fuck. You have about 8 minutes left.
I'm not going to let you finish because you're going down a rabbit hole of something I didn't fucking ask you.
Real quick, let him
I'm
finish.
answering
We'll
this
see where this
question,
is going
and he's
real quick.
interrupting letting me talk. So can we deal with this?
Go ahead, Stephen. Go ahead.
After you answer my question,
you mute us individually. Either mute us individually so we can talk and answer.
Yes. Go ahead, Stephen.
Is
Finish
that
what you're
reasonable?
saying.
you got the floor. Just go.
Thank you. So
All
again,
right.
10-kilo weight on the floor. As soon as I put any pressure to move it, not lifting it, it's weight on the floor. It has weight. Why?
Weight is a quantification of the relative
Why
density of an
does it have
object
weight?
within. Hey!
No, it's not. What is weight? Weight is the force of gravity on an object, which varies depending on its location, unlike mass, which is the amount of matter in an object. So you're wrong again, dumb fuck.
You remember about the mutant? Shut the fuck up.
Hang on. No ad homs and all that business. But anyway.
So you just got done talking over him constantly, and now you're yelling at him to shut the fuck up because you're triggered because you know you don't have a fucking explanation.
Oh my God.
Listen to look at this piece of shit.
Weight is a quantification of the relative density of an object within a given fluid medium.
No, it isn't, because you can measure the weight of an object when it's not in a medium. When you have 1 or 2 molecules of gas left in a vacuum chamber, you can still measure the fucking weight, asshole. You know what the weight is? Roughly the same as when there was air in there. So you're full of shit.
There is never an instance where an object is not subject to a fluid medium. And if I change the density ratio of the fluid medium to the object, I thereby change the weight.
No, you never change the weight. You change the apparent weight, but you don't change the weight.
It's real simple. Okay.
It's real simple, but yet you can't fucking understand it. So you're proving how fucking stupid you are because you can't understand this.
Right.
And you didn't
I'll ask the
answer
question
my
again.
question. My question once again. My
Something which is
question
stationary on the floor.
once
He's answering your question, but you don't like the answer because it proves you wrong.
again, my question.
So what about the density above? See, there's only like, oh fuck, there's like very little density above a dumbbell, right? There's a little change just above it, but why can't I break through that fucking barrier from 14.8 psi to 14.79 psi? Why does it take so much energy to pick that thing up? Why?
Question was, when have you or anyone else ever observed and this is excluding dropping shit on the ground and begging the question of the earth.
So you just exclude all the observations when you don't like the observations, right? You're a fucking clown. What a goddamn fucking clown. What a dumb motherfucker.
When have you or anyone else ever seen 2 objects in nature drawn toward one another merely by volition of their existence? That
he loves that sentence, doesn't he? Merely by the volition of their existence. Yeah, that'll make me sound smart. I got to use that a lot because I'm dumb and I know it. Right? I'm dumb and I know it.
But I'm just a dumb flirter. I wouldn't know anything.
Yeah. So he knows he has to use big words because that's the only way he won't sound stupid. But the funny thing is when stupid people use big words, to make them seem smart, it makes them look dumber than normal. It makes them look dumber because the shit they're saying outside of those big words don't make any fucking sense. Fucking love it. Anyway, we got about 3 minutes left. I'm going to sign off here. This dumb motherfucker. Jesus Christ. He's just dumb as dog shit, and he's so proud of it. He's just proud as hell of being dumb as fuck. It's just sad, man. It's fucking sad. He gets triggered when other people treat him the way he treats other people. So sad. Anyway, thanks for watching. Go over and check out Gems. It's a pretty good time. He covers a lot of different stuff. You probably already know this. He does conspiracy theorist. He gets a little bit into politics. Just the controversial parts. And flat earthers, and it's a good time.